We're back together. All right, we are still jumping onto that technical maths question paper, right, from 2024, right? So please, let's get into it. Please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you're part of the family. Right, let's start with 3.1. So they say to us, we've got the cubic root of 8x to the exponent of 27. We need to simplify without the use of a calculator. Right, so if we've got the cube root, okay, let's get our pen going. So if we've got a cube root of 8x to the exponent of 27, how do we simplify this? Well, in this case, we can separate that and say, well, this is the cube root of 8 multiplied by the cube root of x to the exponent of 27. Right, cube root of 8 is 2, and the cube root of x to the power 27, so you can look at it as x to the power 27 over 3, right? So in this case, that's going to be 2x. 27 divided by 3 should give us 9, so that's 2x to the exponent of 9. Right, so that's the simplified version. Right, let's go on to question number 2, 3.1.2. So they say we've got 9n plus 1, and 9 raised to the exponent n plus 1, multiplied by 4 raised to the exponent of n, multiplied by 6 raised to the exponent of 1 minus 2n. Now, please, I want you to listen very carefully, guys. So it's important that when you're dealing with exponents, right, we are going to actually break all the numbers down, or rather express all the numbers as prime numbers, right? So if I look at 9, so remember 9 is 3 squared, so I'm going to say this is 3 squared raised by n plus 1 multiplied by, right, 4 is not a prime number, but 2 is, so that's 2 squared raised to the exponent of n multiplied by 6, but remember 6 can be written as 2 multiplied by 3, right? 2 is a prime number and 3 is a prime number, right? So that's raised to the exponent of 1 minus 2n, right? So this would be 3 raised to the exponent. So remember, if I raise an exponent to an exponent, so if I've got an raised to the exponent of b, this will be an multiplied by b, rather. Okay, right, so in this case, I'm going to use that law. So this would be 3, that's 2 times n, that's 2n, and 2 times 1, that will give us 2. Multiplied by 2 to the exponent of 2n, that's 2 times n. Now, this, we actually are going to express both of the bases that we have. So that will be 2 into 1 minus 2n multiplied by 3 raised to the exponent 1 minus 2n. And all that we're left with is to take all the bases that are the same, right? We are multiplying, so we're going to add the exponents. So we're going to have base 3. We've got 2n plus 2 minus, or rather plus 1 minus 2n. Okay? And for base 2, you've got 2 to the exponent of 2n plus 1 minus 2n. Okay, so let's simplify. So minus 2n and 2n cancel each other out. I'm left with 3, that's 2 plus 1 raised to the exponent of 3, right? 2n and minus 2n cancel each other out. I'm left with just 2 to the exponent of 1. And of course, these are just simply numbers that can simply add to each other. So 3 cubed, that is 27, 3 times 3 times 3. So that means 3 times 3 is 9, times 3, that would be 27, multiplied by 2. In this case, that would give us 54. All right, and that is truly how the cookie crumbles. That's the simplified version of what we have. All right, so let's continue with 3.1.3. So we're given there, we've got square root of k multiplied by 2. Okay, so we've got root k, and please, I want you to note in this case, into, when we open bracket, we've got 2 minus the square root of k, and we've got minus the square root of 4 multiplied by k. Right, so this would be 2 multiplied by root k would be 2 root of k. Right, and again, root k multiplied by root k would give us k. Now remember, when I multiply the square roots together of the same thing, they give me whatever is under the square root, right? The square roots cancel, so I've got minus k, all right? And this is minus k. I've got square root of 4, that's the same as 2, the square root of k. Right, now I want you guys to note square root of 4 is 2, and the k still remains under the square root, right? And what we've done is we've used the law of surds. That means that square root of 4 times k is the same as square root of 4 times square root of k, and square root of 4 became 2, and square root of k just remained square root of k. Now you see that we've got like terms, right? Minus 2 root of k and 2 root k, right? Those cancel each other out, and what we are left with is minus k. All right, so that is how the cookie crumbles. That's how we are going to leave question 3.1, right? Please just look out for the next video. We'll be looking at logs, in this case 3.2. For now, I'll see you guys next time. Sharp, sharp.